Okay, what's up everyone? I'm about to make the first road trip in my 2023 Tesla Model Y long range. The car currently has like 56,000 miles on it, and looking forward to it. I just barely put new tires on as well. We're gonna be driving all the way down to California to go to Disneyland with the family. We're currently here in Utah, so definitely a good little journey. Tonight we're stopping in Vegas and then gonna continue the trip on. Okay, I'll update you guys, gonna start this journey and go from there. Okay guys, we're still driving down. We have hit some weather, so our efficiency has gone up a little bit. We're currently sitting at 315 watt hours, and our arrival state had gotten all the way down to 11%, but now it's back up to 12, which is looking better. It's still projecting us to arrive in Beaver with 12%, a 9-minute charge, and then arrival in St. George 10%, 14. Since that we are having a little bit of higher efficiency with the rain and other things like that, I'm going to charge a little deeper here and then continue on. But we are on full self-driving. This is version, let's see here, 12.6.4 with hardware 3. So overall, it's working really well. Thanks so much. Okay guys, we've gotten into some weather. Currently outside it's 39 degrees, into some snow and definitely some heavy crosswinds. Autopilot's doing a really good job at holding it from left to right, but I am being a little more cautious about it. Our destination right now is 9%, absolutely getting nuked on battery, but to be expected in conditions like this. But overall I'm impressed and glad I just put new tires on this. Just got to Beaver with, let's see here, 9%. We're just gonna go get charged in and we'll see how it's working. The cable is so stiff. Okay, initializing. Let's see, blinking. Okay, let's see what we're getting for charge speed. Okay, it's starting to rip. Let's see here, 11, 12. Let's see if it warms up here. I wonder if we're gonna get slower charge rates just because of the cold weather. 124, pretty slow at the moment, but to be expected for the conditions. Yeah, only hitting 124 at the moment. It says charge rate limited by charging station, charge at maximum rate available for charging station. Charging at maximum. It's okay, luckily we only have about 15 minutes to charge, which is a little bit more than we originally expected, but still okay with it. Just finished up charging here. We went a little bit deeper to 16%, just to have a buffer because the weather's been so bad. So let's get unplugged here. Okay, we are in a pretty severe snowstorm going over this pass. We're doing currently 49 miles an hour. Just hit the summit of 6,500 feet. The snow is blowing right into us. We're going to the Mesquite supercharger compared to St. George with an arrival of 17%, so we got a great buffer considering the temperature. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully we have a better charging session in Mesquite. Okay, just got to Mesquite, a ride with 10%, 29 miles of range. I'm gonna charge here and then to be able to get to all the way to Las Vegas. So let's do this. Okay, let's see how we get charging here. See if we get a better session than last time. I heard it kick. I hear it ramping, 117. That's already a better session. The last time, 155, 179, 195. See if we break 200 on this. 199. 200. So already a great session compared to last time. Should be a quick charge. I actually have set my charge limit to arrive there at 15%, just because at the hotel we're staying at doesn't actually have chargers, which is kind of a bummer. So I might actually supercharge before we park, but we'll see how that goes, just so we don't have to do it in the morning. So Made it through the snowstorm. Car's cleaner than expected. Gonna give the cameras a little white, but full self-driving has still been doing great, even with that. Overall, just walked into the casino. Clean bathrooms, and here at the Eureka, looks like they have some overhead chargers, which is covered, and then also some non, so that's great. There was a Model 3 here as well, and another Model Y. So okay, just made it into Vegas. You can see the Sphere over there. Things are going well. Currently, since charge, sitting at 369 watt hours, which is a lot, but we are maintaining roughly close to 85 miles an hour. And then overall from our California trip, we're at 320 watt hours with total 88 kilowatts. So over a whole battery complete throughout the car. But overall things are going really well. Gonna get to our destination with 16%. And overall things are going good.
Oh.
Okay, little update. Got to the hotel, the Marriott, got the bags put away, and then came right back out to the car and came over to the Link Las Vegas High Roller parking garage. They have the home chargers there, where, you know, if you're going to go into the mall and stay long term, and then they got a bunch of Tesla superchargers here, which is awesome. So this is the current plan. I'm obviously not going tonight. I'm going to sleep and then wake up, but I just plugged in where I'm going to tomorrow to John Wayne Airport, and telling me right now, you know, if I was to get to Baker, minus 17%, and then to Barstow. So I'm gonna try to just cut this down to one charge. So I have my charge limit set at 80%, so that way it's not pushing it overnight. I'm gonna push there. We're sitting at 170 volts at the moment. So pretty good charge rate, and hopefully that doesn't taper off too bad. All right, one more update. Put in Barstow as the arrival, because I'm gonna go Barstow all the way down. So currently charging, still holding 76 volts at 64%, so not too bad at all. Overall, thoroughly impressed, getting some good voltage out of this, and looking forward. Hey, what's up guys? Starting the new morning. It is currently 5:30 in the morning. We stopped at Starbucks and the gas station to get some drinks and gum. So looking forward to the journey. Okay, so current route, routing to the Barstow supercharger. We're currently in Jean, Nevada, arrival with 14%. And then we'll get charge there for 15 minutes, arrive at John Wayne at 15%, just a little higher arrival energy in case you have to sit there for anything. Okay, just pulling into the Barstow superchargers. These are all a V4, so the newest supercharger available, which is really nice. We were cruising pretty quick, so rolled in with 5% because we're trying to cut time. We're picking up my wife from the airport in Newport. So let's get charged in and see what type of charging speeds we can get. Okay, just parked, 5%. Let's get pulled in. Actually, look at the stats real quick. 338, so we're cooking. Okay, starting the charge. Just heard it click. Let's see what it ramps to. $229, 230, 240. Let's see if we can get over 250 on this. Should be with such a low state of charge. It's already at 8%. Yeah, over 251, 252. So great charge here. Overall, excited to try the V4. Hey, just finished up charging here. Had an absolute great session. Already up to 70% in just a couple minutes. Went over to the Shell gas station to use the bathrooms. Just had to get a code, and they're relatively clean, which isn't too bad, and killed a little bit of time. Overall, let me show you what we got to on results. Okay, nice little screens on the V4. So we're currently at 69%. We took 67 kilowatts, only 22 minutes, and 45.62 energy delivered. So overall, great session. We'll get unplugged here now. All right, here we go. Sorry to pick up in a different place. We were able to finish the drive and get all the way down into Newport, pick up my wife from the Santa Ana John Wayne Airport. We had actually way more range than we expected. We ended up with right around 20 to 25%, which is awesome. We had really good efficiency coming down the big pass because I think traffic and things like that, so our efficiency was up. And then I didn't update you guys at all. We went to Disneyland and had a good time with the family, drove around. We stayed in Newport and had a really good trip. We supercharged one visit while we were there and did one charge at the hotel. And overall was a pretty seamless experience. But the charging at the hotel was actually a little more than I wanted and anticipated. It ended up being like 15 to 20 bucks, which is astronomical. Either way, we're driving on the way back home to Utah. We're doing an all-nighter tonight. We dropped off my wife. She's flying home with the kid. We started our drive right around 6:30. It's about 7 o'clock now. Currently, this is our trip. So we're going to Victorville, North Las Vegas, St. George, and Beaver. And then what's cool is we're going to arrive to Victorville with 12%. We have let's see here, sorry, autopilot's driving. Current drive 340. That was down in the high threes, low twos, or high twos, low threes. But we just coming up the big pass, the Cajon Pass, so that's a lot more. But overall, the whole California trip with a total of 800 miles, we're at 303 watt hours, which is awesome. So overall, we're doing really good. And then since our last charge, 312. So we'll pick you guys up when we get to Victorville, but overall it should be a good drive, and we're going to end up arriving around 4 a.m. our time. So, okay, getting plugged in here in Victorville. This was just at 252. It's just dropped down a little bit. 30 minutes to charge, so a pretty long charge on this one, but that'll push us all the way into North Las Vegas, which is a pretty good little spread, which is 2 hours and 45 minutes, 200 miles basically. So makes sense why we have such a long charge, and we got to get so charged up here. All right, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, just getting charged here in Prim. We ended up stopping a little bit earlier instead of pushing it to North Las Vegas. But overall, had a good charge. I mean, it's a good drive. We were doing it in hurry mode, 85 miles an hour as fast as we could get it to do full self-driving. These are, I think, the older ones where they're kind of shared, but maybe I'm wrong on that. coming in here. It was ripping earlier, obviously, but 167, so not too bad. Yeah, 6.7 for the kids. And gonna go possibly to Mesquite, but I'm gonna actually, this keeps adjusting and it's putting way more charges than I'd like. I'm gonna actually push this probably to try to do to St. George instead of going to Mesquite. But we'll play around with that and see where it goes. Okay, just made it to St. George, Utah, from Primm, Nevada. So just on the border of California. So a good, stretch, almost 200 miles probably, somewhere around there. We'll have this charge and one more in Beaver, Utah. But car's going well, full self-driving all the way. It's going good. There was one Tesla earlier, but it's kind of a dark parking lot. We had to go down the street to go to the gas station to go to the bathroom, but back here now, gonna get charged up here and continue on. Thanks for following along. Okay, rolling into our final stop here in Beaver. Awesome, these are V4s. There's a little kitty cat right there. So great to see that these are some of the fastest ones to finish off. This is gonna be our long charge. So glad it's on the best charges we can. Coming at 9%. It's got this weird thing, I've never seen that.
Oh, you're filming.
Okay, just finished charging. We did basically 100% charge there. Got a little nap in and we got set up, so we'll get unplugged here. All right, everyone, that last clip was just us getting that final charge down in Beaver, Utah, and making it all the way back up here. It was honestly a pretty tiring drive, that last little stretch coming back from Beaver back into Utah County. But ultimately, we made it back. It technically told us to charge all the way to 100%, which is kind of crazy, but I based on maybe driving conditions or other elements. We ended up making it back with plenty of percentage back, dropped off my sister-in-law, and then was able to make it back home and get the car unloaded. Overall, the car did extremely well with averaging between, high 2s to 300s in the kilowatt hours. And ultimately it was a successful trip. I think, your first big road trip in an EV, you always learn from it. And I think I definitely did and would maybe do a couple things different, especially probably leaving the hotel in California at 100% compared to doing a quick charge off the bat. I think that kind of set us up for, slower and slower stops, as well as I was kind of rushing, I was pushing the the FSD, at 85 the fastest it could the entire time. And maybe if I, just took a little more time and, put it to 80 or 75 and I kind of want to stretch my distance and got a little more better kilowatt per hour. So overall, had a great experience. I appreciate you watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions. I should have a couple more videos coming out talking about my experience with the Tesla and owning one with, 50, 60,000 miles on it. And anyways, appreciate it. Thanks so much and hope you have a good one.